Curse of the Azure Bonds takes place in the Forgotten Realm setting. The adventure begins in the city of Tilverton, a relatively small town that nonetheless contains all the essential shops and services to equip the party. Outside the city of Tilverton, Shavana explores caverns and outside wilds. Other locations include the Elven Forest, Gentle Keep, the Temple at Ulash, and the Citadel at Hap, though these locations cannot be freely explored by the party. Ulash is under siege by marauders, and on entering the town, Shavana also in danger from crumbling walls and sinkholes. At the beginning of the story, Shavana, an adventurer of great repute, who awakens from a magical slumber, finds herself in a small tavern in the town of Tilverton, lost her possessions, and has no memory of how it happened. A passing landlord informs Shavana that she was unconscious for more than a month after suffering an attack. Shavana has 5 blue tattoo-like symbols on one hand, which are called family bonds. While traveling on the road to Tilverton, Shavana and her party were ambushed. They were captured and cursed with magical shackles on their arms. The party's quest is to get rid of them. Shavana meets Rishi Falani, who will inform her about the bonds. Each bond represents a different evil faction, and through Family Bond, which when activated results in magic and glow like a possession, Shavana and her party can control actions. The first magical bond forces Shavana and her companions to attack the royal carriage, resulting in an encounter with some of their royal guards. Shavana begins a search for the first controlled faction, a band of assassins known as the Fire Knife. After defeating the Fire Knives and freeing themselves from the first bondage, Shavana and her companions are dispatched to Tilverton to attempt to defeat the king. Shavana and her companions then travel to Shadowdale or Ashabanford. Shavana then spends most of the time deciding where to go next to remove the second bond. As the story continues, Shavana and her companions confront the king of Cormor, saving Dimswort the sage, discovering 3 artifacts. The Prince of Cormor goes missing during a mission when he goes to escape a marriage arranged by his father, and the king is up to the party to find him. The story combines a mini-adventure with a major adventure to unravel the Azure bonds. In the climax of the story encounter, Shavana and her companions hold back an old foe from inertia. The remaining 4 bonds are controlled by Mojan, leader of the cult of Mondr, Dracandros the Red Wizard, Fazal Chambrel and his Seesaw allies, and Tyranthraxus, the main adversary of the Pool of Radiance. The Creed of Mondr is based in Ulash, where the party faces off against Elias and the Dragonbit, who may join Shavana and her companions. After defeating Creed, Shavana and her teammates must also defeat the 3 Bites o' Mondr, who behave as mighty shambling mounts. Dracandros is found in the Red Tower in Haptooth, and the characters will face a warrior in Gentle's Keep along with a detachment of the Minotaur and Medusa. After removing the 2 captives, Shavana and her companions can use the search command on the jungle map to locate the mini-dungeons under certain towns. These caves are dangerous, but the party can gain both experience and treasure in them. When the 4 bonds are removed, Shavana goes on a final decisive battle with Tyranthraxus, who takes the form of a storming giant in the ruins of Mithdraenor, which results in Tyranthraxus being defeated by the victorious general of the kingdom, Shavana.